Starting now, this is Real People. Real issues. Real news. Real people.
I'm Stephanie Allensworth, and this is Real People.
This is Real People.
Hi, welcome to the show. Today I'm here with structured water expert Michael Kelly. He is going to tell us today about structured water, how he came across it, and what exactly it is. Michael, welcome to the show.
Well, thank you very much for having me. I appreciate it. I've been working with energy medicine since 1978, and I've got into structured water about 25 years ago, drinking it, not this brand, however. And then I became ill in 2016, and I thought, you know, I had the right structured water, but I was too ill to work, so I decided what I was going to do was to sell structured water, you know, on the net, so I still have an income. And the units I had were from Austria, and I didn't want to sell something from out of the country, just for import-export problems, you know. And so I looked for a company here in the States, and I came across this particular company, Natural Action Technologies, which was invented by a gentleman from Minnesota, Clayton Nolte, who worked for the Department of Defense for 40 years in the underground bases. So he had a very high-level security clearance to do this work, what he's doing. And so, like I said, he worked for them for 40 years. He's originally from Fertile, but now he lives in Arizona, and that's where their offices are located. So I ordered this unit. I was very, very ill. I had prostate cancer. I had stage 4. I was on my deathbed 2 years ago, in this July 2016.
Wow, just 2 years ago.
Yeah. Everything tastes like cardboard. I went from 185 pounds down to 135, so I lost 50 pounds. I was very, very weak, and when I get up to walk to the bathroom, I noticed my legs were getting weaker and weaker. And so I thought, wow, this is it, maybe 2 more years, you know, and it's going to be adios. And so anyway, I ordered this unit because I saw it online, and so I got the unit on July the 6th, and I drank just four cups of water through this thing into a cup of water. And I noticed when I got up to go to the bathroom about 4 hours later, I went to sleep, get up to go to the bathroom, I noticed my legs were stronger. So like the strength was coming back. So I just pounded this water for the weekend, and all the strength came back in my legs in one weekend. Now, that was my personal experience. I'm not saying everybody had that experience, because I'm very sensitive to energy fields because I've worked with them for many, many years. But basically what happens is when you pour water through this device right here, it has these 12 flow forms in it, and it mimics Mother Nature. When water comes down a mountainside, it hits a rock and it spins to left and right, and that's how it structures the water, okay? And so that spinning action cleans the water. So when the water gets to the bottom of that mountain, it tastes pretty good. The other thing is, there's a couple of books on water, it has memory, and so what it does is it picks up the frequencies of anything it touches. So it remembers the minerals in the rocks as it's coming down, and that's how the mineral water tastes so great at the bottom of the hill, or the mountain, really. So what this technology does, in 5 seconds, if you pour water through here, it structures, spins and spins and spins. There's like thousands of spins, and it changes the hydrogen bonding. Now, hydrogen is in just about everything. So anything this water touches, it changes and corrects. So it makes it perfect. Okay, and when you drink this water, like for example, if you take a bottle of water, that's filtered water. Now filters, this is not a filter, this is a structured water generator, okay? And what it does is it energetically changes the water. It's not a chemical thing, it's not a filter like reverse osmosis, for example.
Right.
Like most bottled water goes through reverse osmosis. Something,
if you're lucky.
Yeah, something like that, okay? They run through some, usually, not always.
Or the back garden hose.
Yeah, that's right. When they sit out in the sun.
It's like, yeah, we're making bottled water.
Exactly, yeah. So anyway, and so if you take that water and you muscle test it, like kinesiology, which a lot of chiropractors here in town do, they teach it at the chiropractic school, your body's very sensitive, so when you're touching something, you can muscle test somebody, and if it's not good for you, or if it's not good for you personally, you'll say, it'll go weak, and if it is good, it'll be strong. For example, if you test, say, pick up a head of lettuce that's been treated with herbicides and pesticides, you muscle test it, you know, if it goes weak, that means there's something in there that's not good for you in particular, okay? And same thing with a bottle of water. So we'll do a little muscle test in a minute,
okay.
You know, just to show. And I picked up this snack food here also that we can test also, because they're 2 popular items a lot of people eat. Because what I want to really explain to people is when you structure any product, it makes it healthier for you. Okay, so this is really a home health product. It really, I mean, it's really all you need.
Right.
Because you can structure all your food with it, and you cook with the water. I even take this when I go to the health club. I hold it up in the shower, and I shower under it, even though it comes out as a little funnel, because it changes the hydrogen bonding in the water, and it neutralizes any of the chemicals that they put in the water department. Okay.
Including fluoride?
Yeah, and fluorine. Yeah, I mean chlorine and fluoride, and that's another thing. You know, fluoride is bad for your third eye, the pituitary gland. And when you drink this water, it'll decalcify that third eye. You'll get more and more intuitive and more, you know, psychic, literally. And it structures. And here, let me tell you what happened. When I drank this water the first time, those 4 cups, not only did the strength come back in my legs, but I noticed that my mind I was thinking differently. Things that normally would bug me and upset me, they didn't bother me at all. So after 3 days of just pounding this water as much as I could get in me, I got all my strength back. I thought, wow, this is great. I can work again, you know. So I call up Clayton, and I says, Clayton, you know, I got to talk to you. I says, I feel like this is balancing the left and right hemispheres of my brain. And he says, yeah, it is. And I said, and the other thing is, I said, you know, I've been involved in politics and everything for 40 years and all kinds of stuff, trying to raise people's consciousness. I said, you did it with 4 cups of water. You know, he just started laughing, you know, because he's heard this before. So what this water does is it removes the I call it like removing baggage. I'm a psychotherapist too, and the baggage is the things that traumatize you throughout life. When you go through life, you get traumatized. It could be, you know, it can be love relationships, or get fired from a job, or an accident, or just get ticked off if some guy cuts you off on the highway, you know, and all that. And that baggage goes in there and it blocks your bioenergetic field, so it slows you down. It's like when you were born, you know, you're like one of those, you know, those cigarette boats down in Miami that go real fast across the river or across the water in the ocean. Well, that's what you were born. So you're born to zip across the water, okay? But as we go through life, we get traumatized. Each time we get traumatized, it's like somebody's throwing an anchor overboard. And so it slows you down, pretty soon you're barely moving the water. So this water, what it'll do is it'll start to release that baggage little by little, and you can cut it loose. For example, I sold a unit to a woman over in St. Paul who's a home health care nurse aide, and she bought it under the sink unit. And her sister was down in Houston during the hurricanes down in Houston. So every time she heard the news, she got really upset, and anxious, and everything, worried about her sister. And anyway, I sold this unit, and she called me back about 2 weeks later. She says, the most amazing thing happened. She says, I don't get upset anymore when I hear the news. It's just like it neutralized that fear, okay? You know, and in Chinese medicine, fear affects the kidneys, you know, so there's a lot of interrelationships. But this water is really, truly amazing technology, because not only will it neutralize negativity mentally and remove that baggage, but it also balances your system out. I gave a gallon of this to a woman who's 73 years old, and she said in 1 week she lost 9 pounds. She's overweight. She lost 9 pounds of weight, and the reason is because when it goes in there, it starts to correct things like digestive issues. You know, and so as it corrects these digestive issues, you're able to extract more nutrients from your food, etc. So it's really, truly amazing water, because what happens is when you pour the water through there, it changes the hydrogen bonding so that the water goes into the cells instantly. So it rehydrates your body instantly. Now, water you buy in a store, and a bottled water, goes through a reverse osmosis, some other kind of filtration system at home. That water, you have to process it over time. And a lot of people overweight, they're holding water, literally, okay? And this is sort of like, I kind of liken it to when they had the hurricanes down in Florida, you know, everybody's trying to get out of town, and water clumps, okay, that's coming through the pipes, and it's got the chemicals in it from the city and everything else. So that clumping is pollution, and it clumps up to 30,000 molecules. And your cells in your body can only take 1 molecule at a time, okay? And although you have trillions of cells, it still only takes 1 molecule at a time. So when you pour that water through here, which has 30,000 clumpings of molecules, it reduces that down to 6. Six molecules. That's what makes it instantly available. So when you water your plants with it, you need less water. For example, we have greenhouse units that we sell also. If you had a greenhouse or a garden hose, we have those. So you can water your plants that takes like 30% less water because they absorb it right away. Okay? And the plants will grow 20 to 40% bigger. And they'll be healthier and healthier plants, you know. So these are great for like greenhouses, not this unit, but the whole house unit, or the greenhouse unit. And we got units for RVs, or all kinds of
Sure,
showers
sure.
and stuff. So it's really an incredible, but the most amazing thing about it, I believe, is the fact that it shifts your energy, it shifts your consciousness, and it starts to correct the imbalances. That's why the name of my company is Balanced Energy StructuredWater.com.
So you think it'll fix this?
Well, eventually it can fix things, but there's other things too. You know, but I'm not saying you don't want to. You know,
I'm just joking.
Yeah.
I'm just joking.
But
so we're going to do a demonstration now, right?
Yeah, let's do a demonstration.
I'm going to be your.
So let's do a muscle test first.
Yeah.
And this is called
we're
applied
going to do some
kinesi-
science testing here.
It's called applied kinesiology, and I learned this like 50 years ago. It was a guy out of Detroit created it, and they teach at the chiropractic school. And so basically, you just hold your hand out like that,
Okay.
and I'm going to push down about 8 pounds pressure, and you just resist. And not see how strong, you just where it locks into
Okay.
place. Okay, just resist tight. Okay, good. Okay, now say my name is, and give me your first name.
My name is Stephanie.
Okay, hold tight. Okay, that's strong. Now say my name is Jimmy.
My name is Jimmy.
Hold tight. Okay, so that goes weaker. You see the difference there?
Yeah.
Because anytime you tell, that stresses you out. If you tell a lie, so if you're out on the golf course, you
Is
move
that
the
like
ball.
how the
you're
polygraph
cheating.
works too,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Your
yeah.
internal.
Yeah, this is great for your kids too. You can
Yeah.
check it. I know, Jimmy.
Yeah.
You know, don't tell mommy again. So anyway,
Okay.
if you tell a lie, it stresses you out. Now, because your body's super sensitive, when you hold anything in your hand, like this bottle of water, it will pick up on the energy of the field. In fact, there's an energy field goes outside of things.
So I
Hold that in the other hand.
Oh, just hold
hand.
this water.
You don't even have to hold it, you can just touch it.
Just
You
touch it, okay.
Okay, and while I muscle test you. Okay, just resist, hold tight. Okay, see that goes weak. You feel that?
Sure does.
Okay, now if you don't mind, I'd like you to taste it too, because not only does it structure it, it also changes the taste. Not everybody can tell it, but some people can. So just take a taste of that, and just remember the taste, okay? Okay, now we're going to pour some through here, and what it does is it goes through this unit, so it goes through those flow forms, and that's what structures it, and hopefully we won't get it on the floor. Okay, and so like in 5 seconds, now that's all you have to do, because now it structures all the water in there, and it's done by entrainment. So when the water molecules rub together, they teach each other what they know, okay? So here, now I want you to try to taste it again first, and see if you can tell a difference. Sometimes you can, sometimes you can't.
Oh my gosh, that is amazing.
What'd you
It is
what'd you
totally
notice?
different.
Yeah.
It's actually crisper.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like smoother and it's
Yeah.
silkier. Okay, it makes the water wetter, okay? So
Yeah, it
when-
actually tasted wetter.
Yeah, exactly. And that means it absorbs
Yeah,
right away, okay?
that's amazing.
Yeah, put
I
that-
wasn't expecting that.
Okay, put that in your hand. Okay, resist, hold tight. Now you see I'm pushing harder.
And I was
okay, and that's
resisting
strong. So what it did, it changed the energy field in this water and made it healthy for you to drink.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing, like I said before, water has memory. So everything goes down your toilet, it rubs against the water molecules.
That's disgusting.
And, well, it's the truth though. And it rubs against the water molecules and it remembers that, okay?
Yeah.
And then it goes back on, it gets recirculated, goes through the sewage department, they treat it with chemicals, and then maybe they send it back to us. Okay, so that vibratory field is in there. So if you structure it, it just gets rid of it. Now, we're going to show you something else. Really
okay.
cool.
Because I was going to go
Okay,
into
let's
my water.
muscle test that.
Okay.
Hold that in your hand.
Holding this.
Hold tight, resist. Okay, that goes a little bit weak. Okay, now put it, just do it down in your hand first, okay?
Okay.
Okay, hold tight, resist. Okay, see the difference there?
Yeah.
Okay, now, here's another amazing thing. If you hold this against a black, you might be able to see this. If you look like about 1/8 of an inch off of there against that dark,
Yeah.
can you see it? Like it's like a
It's got a little
field.
Oh yeah. Oh
You
my
see
gosh.
it?
Yeah.
It's like little tiny lights almost.
Yeah. It's got an aura.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So on here, this is Chinese, I believe. It says action, non-action, which means even though there's no moving parts in this product, and by the way, these come with a 90-day money-back guarantee and a 20-year warranty. There's nothing ever to change. So you don't have to, like filters, you don't have to change anything. You just use it. Same thing with the home units and shower units and the garden.
yep.
Okay. So you just start using it, and it's got this energy field coming out. So this energy field comes out, and I can see it quite a ways because I'm very sensitive, but all you have to do is take a product and touch it like this for 1 second. Now we'll muscle test you. Hold tight, resist. I'm pushing harder. You see that difference? So it went from weak to strong because
Yeah.
the energy field penetrates the product, okay? And it
And just
changes
like that?
Just like that. So when I go shopping, I no longer buy organic foods, which are expensive. I just buy the regular stuff, and I just touch the bag like this, boom, boom, boom. and I
Wow.
structure everything, and so it neutralizes energy. It's not chemistry, it's energy. It neutralizes everything energetically and make it healthy to eat. So you can save a lot of money right there.
Yeah. So a lot of people that know me know that I am also a water critic. I go mad scientist and I test on my water, and I have my own home water filtration system, and I actually am a distributor for the company as well on the side. But so I brought some of my own water to see. We're gonna test them against each other.
And I'm not familiar with that brand, by the way. So
I know.
this is my first exposure to it.
Yeah. So maybe we test it on you.
Yeah. Well,
test it on you.
you got to be good at muscle testing. So let me muscle test you. Okay. Okay. Let me just test without first. Okay. Resist. Hold tight. Okay. Good. Strong. Now touch your bottle. Hold tight. Resist. Well, that seems pretty strong. Okay. Let me do it again.
Oh. Okay.
Take your hand off for a second. Okay. Hold tight. I'm gonna push a little harder this time. Resist. Okay. Now touch it again. Hold tight. Resist. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's structured.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
But not all structured water is the same, and I don't know if that changes the hydrogen bonding or not, because there's a lot of ways, like I said.
Well, it's called hexagonal water, and that's what you say you make here, too.
This is hexagonal, too, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So it might do that. I'm just not familiar with that brand.
But this is way more convenient to carry around, and
and some people don't want to carry it, but so you can put a little spray bottle when you go out to eat and just spray your food.
Yeah.
But I just touch the plate. Say this is a plate of food. I just touch the plate like that, and instantly, it structures all the food on the plate.
Well, can you touch my body and just restructure me right now?
Well, you can to some degree, but in fact, when you dance, when you swing around like a square dance,
it's like, because we're so much water, we're 75% water.
That's right,
so
and your brain's 85%, so you want to drink water that's going to make you stronger, balance your left and right hemisphere, which makes you more intelligent because you're using more of your brain power, In fact, I tested my IQ about 25 years ago, and then I tested it a few months ago, and it went up considerably since I've been drinking this water the last 2 years.
So your cancer, gone? In remission?
Well, let's put it this way. It's still a little bit there, but all the symptoms went away. So it's correcting things, okay? And I also do other things, take herbs and,
natural food. Well,
and I don't eat any junk food.
Energized foods.
I don't eat any fried foods and no alcohol. So I'm doing other things too. So, but the thing is it turned me around instantly and gave me the energy and started boosting my immune system.
Yeah, which is your gut.
Well, it's your whole system because you're getting all these cells are being rehydrated instantly.
Right.
And I drink about a gallon a day. And I didn't get up to that right away. It took a while. Now, that's another issue because people, they drink a lot of stuff that dehydrates them, alcohol, tea, coffee. We get a lot of stuff out there. We have a lot of choices in the grocery stores and the bars. Another thing, when I go in a bar, and I get to like maybe a pineapple juice or something. I don't get any alcohol, or I get a mineral water. I'll pour it through, and some guy say, "Hey, what's that?" And I'll say, "Well, here, I'll show you something." And I'd say, "They got a beer," and I say, take a hit of that beer, and he takes a swig of the beer, and it's pretty good, yeah. And I touch the bottle like that. And I said, "Now taste it again," and the same reaction you have with the water, it makes it smoother, and it protects, it knocks out the negative energies. And I guess it'd be phosphates with for example, wine. So it makes it smoother tasting, and it protects your liver and your kidney. And if you're drinking just structured wine or beer all night or alcohol, you will not get a hangover. You will get drunk if you have too much, but you will not get a hangover in the morning.
That's cool.
Well, yeah, because then you go to work the next day after the Vikings game or something,
So couldn't you theoretically just touch the bottle?
Absolutely, you can.
Oh, okay. So you don't have to.
No, you don't have to pour it through. It's better if you pour it through by maybe a couple percentages,
Okay.
But because that energy field's coming out of here, you just touch anything and it makes it better.
I want to touch the energy field.
Yeah, well, some people can feel it if you're sensitive enough, You can do that. And you can also use this. I do, it's called Mind Magic, and you put it in your ear, stick it in your ear, it gives a new meaning, stick it in your ear.
Hello?
And what it does is you can do therapy and you can remove that trauma, like if you were traumatized about something.
Yeah, and you actually have another piece for that.
Yeah, I do.
But you didn't want to go that.
Time.
Yeah, we'll do that.
That's another program, but I'll turn you on to that. You'll like it.
Okay.
So this is basically what it does.
And what's inside there?
Okay. Well, now these flow forms are EPA. Okayed, for grade, APA grade for consumption, because you have to have that anytime you're putting any kind of food products or anything through there. And then it's covered with shungite. this is called the portable DE, which is the second version. The original version was just the original. It did not have the shungite. What the shungite does is a protection against radiation, because that's what they used in Chernobyl. When Chernobyl went off, I think it was 1984 or something, and over in Ukraine, and people were getting radiated. So the Russian shungite is from Russia, I believe.
Right,
it's a mineral, and they gave it to the people to help detoxify. So this will actually help detoxify your body of not only the chemicals in the food and stuff, but you know, all the power plants leak, and then we have Fukushima.
I'm like crazy about shungite too.
Yeah,
so
is that shungite there?
Yeah, these are 3 shungite bracelets. I have tons of shungite.
Oh, wow.
Did you know that if you take a shungite stone and put it in the back of a flashlight, it'll turn the flashlight on?
No, I didn't know that.
Give it a shot.
Wow,
You'll be amazed.
That's interesting.
Amaze your friends. Here, I'm going to give you one.
Oh, thanks.
Take it home.
So
Wear it because it's going to be good for your health anyway,
yeah,
right?
great. Well, thank you.
And then you can test it with the flashlight, because I amaze people with that all the time.
Wow, that is amazing. I've never heard that before. That's great.
Well, I saw it on a video, and I'm like, I got to try that. And now I go and amaze all my friends with it.
Yeah. So anyway, you can take this. There's a lot of things you can do with this, and this is personal observation stuff, because some stuff you can't test it because we don't have the instruments to test it. You know, the sensitivity issue.
For the deep dive stuff.
But you can actually. I put this in the radiator of my car. And the water in the radiator, okay, not the unit, but the water in the radiator of the car, and so as it circulates through the car engine, when it hits the engine block, which has hydrogen in it, the engine runs better, okay, and you go back and you can't smell any fumes.
Really?
You can't smell it. Plus, my gas mileage went up about 10%. And I drive a Prius, which I get 44 miles a gallon normally. Now, this is on cruise, like 55 I'm cruising.
Yeah, if you're
but I drove it out.
gas.
I drove it out to Shaska, or out to the casino the other day.
Oh, okay.
And it's about 25 miles from where I'm at, and I got 53 miles a gallon going out there. You know, at 55 miles an hour, I don't.
I'm not sure what a Prius normally gets.
Well, at 44, I get 44.
Oh, normally. So it brought you up by 10-ish?
Well, I got an extra about 10 miles a gallon.
Wow. Pretty nice.
So it runs smoother. And
there's a whole lot of reasons that people should do that.
Yeah, and the main thing is that if you're drinking really healthy water, you know, the balances the left and right hemisphere of your brain. You're going to be thinking clear, and you're going to be healthier, and it's going to slowly, just like I said, this woman who was worried about her sister. You know, that no longer bothered her after that. The news, and like I said, and my consciousness shifted, like after just 4 cups of this water, things which normally would upset me, big deal. You know, so that will really shift people's consciousness, and it could make a huge, huge difference in this country and other countries.
We need to start shipping this water
everywhere.
Around the world.
Well, absolutely.
Right?
And if you get a whole house unit, which has 36 of these flow forms, and it's about this big, you hook up to your cold water line in your house, then you can shower through it, you're cooking with it, you're drinking it, and it puts out this energy field. Now, out in California, there was a strawberry field out there, and it was the end of the season. They hadn't fertilized for 2 weeks, and they had a guy out there who worked for a company, and he had you know what a Brix reading is? It's BRIX. It's a device where you squeeze juice, like a strawberry juice, and you look into the light.
Okay,
and it tells you the sugar content. So the higher the sugar content, the more nutritious the food is, okay? And here's another amazing thing. So like the food you get in the supermarkets, most of them, like, you know, those tomatoes are rock hard.
Yeah.
They get they're about a 4 Brix reading, really poor quality nutrition. Okay. Now you take
a 10 is the best?
12 and 14 is the best.
Got it.
But if you put this, you put a tomato in water, and I put it in like a soup bowl of structured water overnight. Every hour it's in that water, it goes up 1 point on the Brix reading, so it actually becomes more nutritious overnight. Oh yeah. Structure your eggs, everything with this. I'm telling you, it's going to make
structure my world.
It makes you healthier, and it makes the food taste better too.
Yeah.
I mean, everything, you know. So anyway, they put a whole house unit on this field, and the Brix reading was at a 4, and within 48 hours it went up 40% to a 6, and within 2 weeks it went up to a 12. But here's the most interesting part: there's a field effect from this water, a vibratory field, just like that energy field you see coming off of here, goes out 1,000 feet. In every direction. So all the strawberries for 1,000 feet on both sides, even though they weren't watered, started to bloom again, and they all had high Brix readings.
Well, amazing.
Yeah, so if you hook these whole house units to your house, and it goes into the sewer, it structures the sewers, and when that water is running through the sewer, okay, it starts to put out a vibratory field, especially if enough people have these in I was talking to Clayton. I said, well, how many do you think you need? He said, maybe one in each block, and you could change the crime of any city.
Wow.
You know how the TM deals?
But if you put it in like the sewers or in the water source of the city.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If you
Yeah.
put it, here's the other thing. If you have this at home, just put this in the tank in the back of your toilet.
Oh.
Because anytime more water, as long as there's one
So it
drop.
gets into the community.
Well, yeah,
to
but
the
see, when
community
the water, when you flush the tank, it doesn't go completely dry. It starts to fill up again.
Mm-hmm.
So that water that's filling up again is hitting the structured water in the tank, so that restructures all the water coming in.
Cool.
So it puts out a vibratory field inside your bathroom, number one, and number two, it starts to clean out your pipes. Like when you hook these up to your water pipe, like in a greenhouse, for example, you know how water gets caked inside?
Yep.
It'll take all that mineral deposit right off in just a matter of days, because it's so slippery. Like you tasted the water, it felt slippery or wetter. So it just takes that mineral deposit right away, and it makes your pipes last longer in your house. So it's really valuable for the house.
Well, we're getting down there in time here, so I'm going to ask you to just give us your website.
Yep.
You know, you can say your website for people. I know it's been going on here on the screen behind us, but give them that, and then I'm going to have to sign us out.
Okay, great. It's a balancedergystructuredwater.com. balancedergystructuredwater.com. And you can reach me there or give me a phone call. My number's on that site, and my email too. And if you email, just put water in the headline there.
Well, very cool. I think we're going to change the world here. I think we're going to change the world
that's
with
the idea.
structured water.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we're going to make it all a much better place.
Absolutely.
So I think I got a little more time, but just probably enough to sign us out here.
Okay, great.
And
Well,
just say thank you so much for being here.
I appreciate
and I
it.
know you've got a ton of credentials that you want to go through, but I think
No, it's
everybody
all
can
right.
look at your
Yeah.
website
Yeah.
and see it too. So
Yeah,
they can look
take a
you
look.
up
Yeah.
there and go ahead and you know, find out your whole background, because it's very impressive.
Yeah.
It's a very impressive background. So, well, with that, I think I'm going to have to sign us out here and say thanks so much for being here, being a guest with us today. We'll see you next time on Real People with Stephanie Allensworth. Until then, have a good night.